My name is Cassie. Welcome to my channel. We're gonna do a quick video for my kind of mid-year freak out for 2025. I know that it is not the end of June or the beginning of July, but this is just when this is happening. So I didn't read anything in July. I didn't read anything in August. So these are the stats for. These really are the stats for the mid-year because I didn't read anything the past 2 months. Um, so let's just kind of get into this. This is mostly based on books. This isn't based on like my writing or video games or anything like that. This is just just pretty much just books. Uh, but anyway, so for my Goodreads goal, I put it at 65. It's always a good number. Right now I'm sitting at 50 books read out of 65, which is about 77%. And I still have 122 days left to get the other 23%. So we're doing good. I think we're doing okay. There's nothing to worry about. um, the best month I had was in March, where I read 14 books, surprisingly enough. My worst month, you could choose between July or August because I've read nothing. Absolutely nothing. So either one of those months works great for the worst month. Um, Total pages so far is 19,500 thereabouts, and that's actually about 1,000 more ish than last year. So page wise, apparently I'm reading some pretty thick books, I guess. I'm not sure. Or maybe I've just read more to this point than I was last year. One of the two, but still pretty cool. Um, so my best book of the year so far, and the biggest surprise, they are both the same book, is Shield of Sparrows. I absolutely loved that book. That was like, if there was the 6-star rating or whatever, that would be my 6-star book right there. Like, I don't think I've ever enjoyed a book more in the past couple years than that one. So, Shield of Sparrows by Daphne Perry is definitely my best book of the year. Biggest surprise because I was not expecting that at all. That came out of left field. I didn't even know it existed until I read it. And the only reason I read it was because I liked the cover and the sprayed edges. Like, that was a total cover buy, and yet I loved it. I loved it. Best sequel. I haven't really read a lot of sequels this year outside of the Ties That Bond series. I read, I think book 3, 4, and 5. No, wait. 4, 5, and 6. I read books 4, 5, and 6 earlier this year. And so those will have to be my best sequels because that whole series, I loved that whole series. My biggest disappointment. I found a book that sounded kind of interesting, and I thought it was gonna be something to do with like an apocalypse or zombies or something, but it was also kind of a wide choose, and I'm like, oh well, yeah, let's read this, right? Kind of disappointed. It was kind of disappointing. And that was called April's Fools by Ivy Asher. I think I read that one in June. But it's yeah, that one was kind of disappointing. Unfortunately. My new favorite author at the moment, even though I've only read 2 books by her at the moment. but I don't want to do a repeat. Stephanie Perry, because of the Shield of Sparrows. If I had to pick a runner up, just to be kind of a little different, I would say maybe Callie Hart, who wrote Quicksilver, because I just read that this year. So both of them are new to me authors for the year. So yeah, those would be probably the closest to my new favorite author for this year. Favorite book to movie adaptation. At the moment, I'm kind of sitting at The Electric State. Wasn't, I didn't mind Wicked. I didn't mind Wicked, but I did kind of, I don't know, it was just, maybe it was the acting or something, I don't know, but Electric State is taking it at the moment. I know that there are probably other adaptations that I just haven't watched yet. Which comes to the next one. The favorite book to TV show adaptation. So, I've watched 2 this year, and there is one other one I want to watch, but I need to read the book first. But of the 2 that I've watched, I was kind of leaning towards one of them, but it actually came out a few years ago, and I just got to it. I just got to it, this past weekend or so, or this past week. And so I was like, well, if we're looking at it from the point of view as it came out, this year type situation, then that really doesn't count. So the one that came out this year that I watched so far was the Murderbot Diaries, which I don't know really what to say about it. Did I mind it? No. If I forgot the books a little bit, I had to kind of forget about the books. I had to forget about the books in order to really enjoy the show, which I enjoyed the show. I just couldn't think too much or too hard about the books. So, the Murderbot Diaries are the ones that are winning at the moment. I still want to watch The Institute. I have not gotten to that yet because, again, I want to read the book. But it's fine. The TV series that I watched that probably would have beat the Murderbot Diaries, but since it came out a few years ago, I was like, we're not gonna do that. The Terminal List. That one, if it had come out this year, that one would be the one that was winning. But it came out a few years ago, so it doesn't count. And it wasn't even I actually did not read the book for this one. I kept telling myself, I want to read the book first. And obviously it's been a couple years and I still haven't read the book. So I just watched the show. But I was kind of on the fence for it because I do remember, I watched the first episode once a little bit ago, a couple years ago, maybe about when it came out. Maybe a little bit later. And I wasn't really vibing with it. But once I got into it and we got to where Ben was in it, I think his name is Ben, and he was in it a lot more, well then I was a lot more on board with it. And it kind of made me want to watch some of his other stuff that I've watched before, John Carter, maybe one or two other things that I think that I might have seen him in before. Was he in The Covenant? I don't remember. That's a really old movie. And I know sometimes that there are some actors in that are just I don't know what you're talking about type situation, because that apparently people don't really like that movie. I haven't seen it in years, to be honest, but was he in that one? I don't remember. But anyway, I did watch John Carter, by the way, the other night because I was like, yes, no, I want to see more by him. So, yeah. This was kind of just, yeah, it went off the rails a little bit. But last but not least, most anticipated books that are coming out this year that I want to read. Witchlight by Susan Dennard. I think it is the last book in the Truth Witch series by her. Don't quote me on that being the name of the series. I don't think it is. But it's probably not. But I've loved that series so far, like, ever since it came out and I started reading it. Like, I've loved it. So, I'm really excited for that to come out. And then Brimstone by Kelly Hart, which is a sequel to Quicksilver. Also very excited about that one. Which I think that one comes out either October or November. I've got another one on here that might be October, November. It's one of the two. And the third one is Bonds of Hercules by Jasmine Mass. I read the oh wow, I'm blanking. What was it called? Blood. I read Blood of Hercules. I want to say that was one of my March books, actually. And I really enjoyed that one. So I'm looking forward to Bonds of Hercules. And I think it's the only, I think, words are really hard. Still, I think it's only a duology. So there's only 2 books. So hopefully I will enjoy Bonds of Hercules as well. So anyway, all that to say, that's kind of the mid-year freak out thingamabobbity for all things books at the moment. So yeah, that was it. That's it. Anyway, if you like this video, like it, and if you want to see more by me, subscribe. But until next time, bye.